Crete 1, Holdrege nothing as we head to the bottom of the first inning here in York for the Central 10 Conference Softball Tournament. 9 teams, of course, this year. Lexington will join the fray next year for the Central Conference, but this beautiful new facility that is in its first year of use got completed just this spring and had a summer of baseball and softball on it, and now some fall softball with the York Dukes here at the complex. And we are ready to lead things off with Cora Hastings, the shortstop for the Dusters. We'll get things going here, facing Camry Moore, the pitcher for Crete. Camry in the previous game in that semifinal loss to Seward gave up only a couple of hits, but 3 of them were solo home runs. She did strike out 7 in that contest. Into the dirt just behind Morgan Molly, the catcher. The lineup for Holdrege, Cora Hastings leading off, and in the field at shortstop, the right fielder is Sidney Nelson batting second. The left fielder, Justine Johnson, batting third. First baseman, Jessica Dolan, is batting fourth. In the 5th spot is the catcher, Sydney Breen. In the 6th spot, center fielder, Kellen Sturgis. 7th spot, Grace Townsend, the pitcher. Batting 8th and playing second base is J.C. Johns, and batting 9th and playing third base, Cassidy Connell. 1-2 the count for the Dusters, and that is Cora Hastings at the plate. Short chopper over to shortstop. Jada Wayne makes the field and throw for the first out. So that'll bring up Sidney Nelson, the right fielder for the Dusters. Sidney, a senior. And that's a 3-pitch strikeout there. I apologize for catching up on the note keeping there. 3-pitch strikeout for Camry Moore, her first K of this game. That will bring up Justine Johnson next. Justine, a senior, playing left field. Two outs and nobody on. That one fouled back for strike one. Don't forget, lots of football games going on the Striv Network tonight, in addition to that one that the Huskers are playing in Illinois. Crete coach Sean Carr out to take a look at Morgan Molly, his catcher. Well, whatever was wrong, it draws a laugh from everyone that was within earshot of that conversation. Could have turned the microphone up, I guess, a little bit. But as we're ready now, Justine Johnson, again, with an 0-1 count against her. Molly is okay behind the plate. Camry Moore settles in the circle for the Cardinals. Up and in, 1-1 the count. Now 2-1. That misses low and away. That one was a foul tip for strike 2. So 2-2 the count. That one a slow roller right back to Moore. She fields and throws it underhanded. Why not? And it's a 1-2-3 bottom half of the first inning. So the Cardinals back at it at the plate when we come back here on Striv TV in the top of the second. Due up next, Juergens, Mock, and Nichols.
Nova Fitness Equipment of Omaha has provided the very best weight room, track and field, and sports surfacing products for over 30 years in Nebraska. They provide Cybex, Matrix Fitness, Vertimax, Tough Stuff, Pro Elite, Stairmaster, York Barbell, Troy Barbell, and UCS track and performance products. From rubber flooring, strength equipment, cardio products, and sports performance accessories, Nova Fitness Equipment has what you need to make your athletic program successful. Contact Nova Fitness Equipment today at their home office in Omaha or online at novafitnessequipment.com.
Top half of the second inning. Crete leading Holdrege 1-0, and the Dusters on defense, and a shot that is right to the shortstop, Hastings. And Cora makes a nice snag off the bat of Leah Juergens. It was hit hard and right at her. So that will bring up Lexi Mock, the designated player who is batting but not fielding. First pitch inside for ball one. That one just does catch the inside corner for a 1-1 count. Hard hit to the left side, but recovering on the field and throw the third baseman Connell for out number 2. So that'll bring up Bridget Nichols, the third baseman for Crete. Bridget was 1 for 3 in the previous game, the semifinals, in that loss to the Seward Blue Jays. One and one the count with 2 away to Nichols now. By the way, if you've missed out on any of these fantastic photos or tweets or updates throughout the day today, I would invite you to check us out on Twitter at Striv Sports, on Instagram at Striv TV, on Facebook, Striv Sports as well, but mostly Twitter and Instagram. 2-1 the count. Now 3-1 2-2. Two and two with 2 outs in the top of the second. Changeup misses way low. That one off the foot, actually, of Nichols, so off to first base she goes. Jada Wayan, the shortstop, the sophomore shortstop, at the plate. Takes strike 1. They tell their own story. It's a lot of fun to listen to the Crete bench. 1-1 our count. Nichols, the runner on first after the hit by pitch. Wayand with a chopper to the left side. Field and throw in time. Connell over to Dolan. So we have completed the top half of the second, the bottom half of the second with Holdrege up with Dolan, Breen, and Sturgis. Coming up next on Striv TV.
Nova Fitness Equipment of Omaha has provided the very best weight room, track and field, and sports surfacing products for over 30 years in Nebraska. They provide Cybex, Matrix Fitness, Vertimax, Tough Stuff, Pro Elite, Stairmaster, York Barbell, Troy Barbell, and UCS track and performance products. From rubber flooring, strength equipment, cardio products, and sports performance accessories, Nova Fitness Equipment has what you need to make your athletic program successful. Contact Nova Fitness Equipment today at their home office in Omaha or online at novafitnessequipment.com.
Bottom half of the second inning, Dolan, Breen, and Sturgis due up for the Holdrege Dusters facing Crete's pitcher Camry Moore. Camry with one strikeout back in that first inning. Jessica Dolan with her first at-bats of the game. She takes strike one. One and one now our count. That one fouled way back out of play for a 1-2 count to the senior first baseman for Holdrege, Jessica Dolan. The pitch from Moore. Swung on and missed for strike three. Second strikeout of the game for Camry Moore. And that will bring up Sydney Breen, the senior catcher for the Dusters. First pitch misses just outside. One and one now, the count. Fouled literally off the pole. 1-2 the count. The great big support poles that hold up the giant netting, which keeps a lot of fans, I bet, very safe. To be honest with you, it was designed well when they built it here in York. The 1-2 pitch from Camry Moore. Now 2-2. And a strikeout again. Another K on the board for Camry Moore. Kellen Sturgis, the senior center fielder, now up next. Third strikeout of the game for Moore for Crete. Ball one. Two and 0 now the count. This is a third-place game, the Central Conference softball tournament. Chopper to the right side, that was foul. And strike one, so 2 and 1 the count. Two and 2, the count evened up with 2 away here in the bottom of the second. Kellen Sturgis at the plates for Holdrege, trying to get out of this. Lays off and takes ball 3. Camry Moore dealing for the Cardinals of Crete. Sturgis squares up, now pulls back. Little slow roller, left side, fielded at third. The throw not in time, though. Nichols, it was she did it as fast as she could, but the quick feet of Sturgis give her an infield hit. That will bring up the senior pitcher, Grace Townsend. So I wasn't even going to mention a complete game, and now we've got a perfect game. Now we have a no-hitter gone out the window and the perfect game. And then it's strike one, just like that. A throw to first, and taken off to second goes Sturgis, saying, "Ha-ha, you thought I was staying there," and off I go. Crete still with that 1-0 lead that they picked up back in the first inning. Fouled out of play. 1 and 2 the count. And again, fouled out of play, so 1 and 2. Championship game going on across the way, by the way. You can see it on the York Strive channel. If you're watching us on the Strive Sports post, it's the channel right above the one that you're watching. Might I suggest dual screens if you're going there as well. The 1-2 pitch. This is high, 2 and 2. Grace Townsend at the plate, so always find it interesting, the pitcher versus pitcher matchup. And a good one so far. 2 and 2. Fly ball to the right. Nice catch made by Skillett at second base. Boy, she had a couple of fantastic plays in the previous game against Seward and gets out of the inning there. So 1 hit, but 3 outs and nobody across the plate for the Holdrege Dusters. The top half of the third inning is coming up on Strive TV.
Trucking industry gives you a lot of opportunity for careers because there's such a wide, vast list of possibilities and areas that you can go into. As technicians, these trucks are as advanced as cars are today, so we need technicians that can work on them and understand how to work the computer system and get them up and running so the customer can make money. These trucks are workhorses, but they're built for comfort and they're easy to drive. Freightliner builds these trucks for drivers' wants and customers' needs.
Leading off here in the top of the third inning, it is Jada Wayan, the sophomore shortstop for the Crete Cardinals. She takes strike one. And then rips the second pitch directly back up the middle for a base hit. So that'll bring up Camry Moore to the plate, leading things back to the top of the order. Should be that was Moore. I missed Wayand, is what I did. That was Camry Moore that just got that base hit. My apologies. So that will bring up Izzy Etsy. Townsend with the offering, misses it outside, 2-1 to count. Moore on first after the rip single up the middle. Then Itzy lays down the bunt. Yes, it is fair. It stayed just in fair territory. And that will bring up Morgan Molly. Morgan got on base with a walk. Right back to Townsend. She gets the lead runner. Good job there to field and throw over to snag out Moore for the first out. And Emily Dunaway will step to the plate. Jenny Cordona comes over as a courtesy runner, though, for Morgan Molly. Still runners at first and second, but now with one out. And Dunaway at the plate. Townsend with the offering for strike one. Just a little high on that pitch, so 1-1 the count. One out and two runners on, first and second. Etsy over there on second, and Cordona, the courtesy runner, on first. 2-1 the count to Emily Dunaway. Emily had the RBI single back in the first inning, scoring the only run of the game. That was Itzy. And this one is lofted high into center field right at the wall, and making a catch, then falling over the wall. This is still in play, and scoring from second will come Itzy. So it's a long RBI out on a fly out there. And now we might have to discuss. I'm not sure what that ruling is on the fence. It was a great play out there by Sturgis in center field. Caught it and was backpedaling, and momentum took her into the fence and tumbled her over. The base that, well, that would be home if she was on second. So she was on +1. Okay, so run is good. I got umpires up here. I like that. So Itzy does get that run across, and it goes as the second out, but a sac fly for Dunaway. And so that brings up Cassidy Skillett to the plate. So Crete is up 2-0. And an 0-1 count with 2 outs. Cardona goes over to second. That's a ground ball to left side, field and throw in time. Good catch there. Hastings makes the throw from shortstop, and the side is retired. But Crete gets another one across, 2-0. They lead Holdrege. So we go to the bottom half of the third inning. Up next here on Striv TV.
Participating in Nebraska high school activities has taught me about teamwork.
I've learned how to lead among my peers.
At my high school, I have set goals and I work hard to accomplish them.
I like to run on my cross country team. It makes me feel good about myself.
The Nebraska School Activities Association providing opportunities in 25 activities in our 303 high schools. NSAA activities, the other half of education.
We're in the bottom of the third inning now. And Holdrege at the plate with J.C. Johns, Cassidy Connell, and then back to the top of the order with Cora Hastings due up. Third place game of the Central Conference Tournament. Thanks for joining us today on Striv TV. A little bloop single. It will fall in there for J.C. Johns. So Cassidy Connell, the senior third baseman. Speaking of seniors, Cora Hastings is a sophomore, and she's the only underclassman or non-senior anywhere in the lineup for the Holdrege Dusters, a plethora of seniors for Coach Mark Freeberg. That one was fouled off her own foot for Connell. So back to first goes J.C. Johns. Fouled back to the screen there, so an 0-2 count now. And a strikeout there for Camry Moore. That is the fourth strikeout for Moore in the ballgame. We go back to the top of the order with Cora Hastings, who grounded out to the shortstop, Jada Wayne, back in the first inning. Well, check swing, kind of trying to get out of the way of that kind of swing for Hastings there, and it hits the bat for foul ball. Little foul tip on the swing for strike number 2. One out here in the bottom of the third inning. Back up the middle. Great stab. Field and throw back to first. Unable to get there at second, but Camry Moore does record out number 2. So that will bring up Sidney Nelson, the senior right fielder. As over to second does go J.C. Johns. Fly ball right side. That is Crumbliss giving chase, and what a nice catch by Crumbliss out there in right field. McKenzie makes the snag. The flex player coming through in a big way there. Probably saved a run. And Crete leads Holdrege 2-0 as we go to the top of the fourth inning in the third place game of the Central 10 Conference Softball Tournament here in York.
It's thanks to you that we're where we are today. We're proud to watch these communities grow because they're our communities too. Our neighbors, our friends. It's where we live. These are all our hometowns. And no matter what, the people who will continue to serve your needs with the hometown support you know and trust are just down the street. Cornerstone Bank. Growing together.
Leah Juergens, Lexi Mock, Bridget Nichols due up here for Crete in the top half of the fourth inning. Grace Townsend still the pitcher for the Holdrege Dusters. He's gone the distance so far. Austin has got enough pictures. Now he's getting away from the bugs. Great changeup there from Townsend as Juergens was way out in front of that one. If you can't tell from the picture on your screen, it is absolutely gorgeous here in York today. Barely a cloud in the sky, hardly any breeze. And by any breeze, I mean nothing. It's, you think we hit 80, Austin? I don't know if we hit 80, but mid to upper 70s to be sure. Very comfortable. Perfect day to play a bunch of softball games is what it is. If it was like this at State in a couple weeks, we'd be great with that. Chopper right back up the middle, field and throw from Townsend, and the out is made. That'll bring up Lexi Mock. Lexi, the designated player, grounded out to the third baseman back in the second inning in her first plate appearance. Austin's phone tells me it's 77 and feels like 80. How about that? Lofted into left center field, just over the shortstop's hands, and that is a base hit for Lexi Mock. Only the second hit of the game. And Mock going to stay to run now, as we've got Bridget Nichols at the plate, and she takes strike one. Grace Townsend in the circle for Holdrege. Left the bat out there, did Nichols for strike two. Now 0-2 the count. Slow roller left side, field by Hastings. Throw to first is in time to get that out, which is out number two. That'll bring up Jada Wayand, 9th in the order. Jada with a ground out back in the second inning. This one is a ground ball, and that is good for a base hit. Mock's going to try to score all the way from second, and she will. So Lexi Mock hustles around there, actually got tangled up with Hastings at shortstop for just a moment. But still, it's an RBI single, and then ending up on second is Wayand, and the Cardinals have another run across. Now for Holdrege and Coach Mark Freeberg out to talk with the umpire in the field. Mock, like I said, was the runner on second base and got tangled up with Cora Hastings, the shortstop, for just a moment. I don't know if Hastings would have got all the way to that ball as hard as it was hit anyway. So Mock scores from second. Wayand ends up on second. And now with 2 outs, we're back to the top of the order with Camry Moore. Sharp hit left side. It is foul. It made it just left of the base. And it's an 0-2 count now against Camry Moore. Cam flew out to right field in the first inning. Had a single in the third inning, but was put out on a fielder's choice. And that's another nice catch. Hastings makes it on the run and records the out, and the top half of the fourth is over. We're clicking right along here. Go to the bottom of the fourth next. Crete 3, Holdrege nothing on Strive TV.
Nova Fitness Equipment of Omaha has provided the very best weight room, track and field, and sports surfacing products for over 30 years in Nebraska. They provide Cybex, Matrix Fitness, Vertimax, Tough Stuff, Pro Elite, Stairmaster, York Barbell, Troy Barbell, and UCS track and performance products. From rubber flooring, strength equipment, cardio products, and sports performance accessories, Nova Fitness Equipment has what you need to make your athletic program successful. Contact Nova Fitness Equipment today at their home office in Omaha or online at novafitnessequipment.com.
Bottom of the fourth inning. And Holdrege leading off with Justine Johnson, Jessica Dolan, and Sydney Breen. Third place game of the Central Conference softball tournament. Got a doozy going over there. It looks like 3-2. I think Seward just took the lead on York. Sarah, can you pull that one up? And we'll watch that one while we do this game as well. That could be fun. I don't know. Double check my score. I don't know. Is it? Okay. Justine Johnson, by the way, grounded out back to the pitcher back in the first inning in her only plate appearance so far. And another foul ball back out of the way. Stepped out of that one and got the strikeout. Did Moore. Camry Moore just picked up her 5th strikeout of the game. And that will bring up Jessica Dolan now. Jessica struck out in the second inning. Crete has been solid. 1 run in the first, 1 run in the third, 1 run in the fourth so far in this game. That one misses outside, 1-1. And now Coach Freeberg with a word for Jessica Dahlin, his senior first baseman. The 1-1 is a foul ball to the right side, now 1-2. Camry Moore, the pitcher for Crete, 5 strikeouts in this one so far. She had 7 strikeouts in the semifinal loss to Seward. Oh, by the way, that's a Seward team that is up on York 3-2 right now in the championship game. And now Moore has her 6th strikeout of the game. So now at the plate is the catcher, Sidney Bryant. Sidney, a senior this year, struck out back in the 2nd inning. Camry Moore toes the rubber, winds and fires outside for ball 1. It's a long day, you know. 3rd game for both these teams. But I can bet you that Seward and York over there playing for the championship don't mind that it's the third game of the day. You find some motivation when there's a big trophy or big plaque, maybe. Oh, yeah, it's right over here, isn't it? That is off the glove of the catcher, Molly, and then off the face mask of our umpire. Now 2-1 the count. Now strike 2, 2-2 the count. Camry Moore trying to get a 3 up, 3 down with 3 strikeouts here in the bottom half of the 4th inning. Foul ball leaves it 2-2. Just low, 3-2 our count. 2 outs with nobody on in the bottom of the 4th for the Dusters of Holdrege, trailing the Crete Cardinals 3-0. The full count pitch, fouled again. That one snuck into the Holdrege dugout, actually. Again, the full count. Swing and a miss. That is 3 strikeouts in the inning for Camry Moore. Give her 7 for the game. And we go to the top half of the 5th inning. Up next, it is Crete 3, Holdrege nothing on Striv TV.
Participating in Nebraska high school activities has taught me about teamwork.
I've learned how to lead among my peers.
At my high school, I have set goals and I work hard to accomplish them.
I like to win on my cross country team. It makes me feel good about myself.
The Nebraska School Activities Association providing opportunities in 25 activities in our 303 high schools. NSAA activities, the other half of education.
Top half of the fifth inning is where we go. Crete with Itzy, Molly, and Dunaway set to lead things off. I'm sorry, Austin is trying to describe what the gnats are like. And he tells me that if you took your shirt off and rolled around in the grass, that's how many gnats it feels like are biting you. That's a little extreme. That's a good bunt laid down, and beating it out to first base goes Itzy on the infield single. Well done by Izzy. Runner aboard here to lead things off for the Crete Cardinals in the top of the fifth. So Izzy's been on base. Izzy's been on base all 3 times. Hit by pitch and a couple of singles, both of them of the infield variety. But still, been on base every time up. And she's taken off for second. That throw off the mark, though. And safely into second goes Etsy. The batter is Morgan Molly, the catcher for Crete. Morgan drew a walk in the first inning and reached on a fielder's choice in the third. Ripped but foul. 2-2 the count to Morgan Molly. And that ripped right to the shortstop. Hastings makes the catch, but Itzy does return back to second. Emily Dunaway up next. Emily had the RBI single in the first inning, then had the sacrifice fly, remember, deep to center field. It actually took the center fielder, Sturgis, over the fence. Ended up being a sacrifice fly on the RBI there. And strike one. With now 2 outs here in the top of the fifth inning. Itzy still on second base. Actually, just 1 out. This is Dunaway, right? Yeah. 1 out and a 1-1 count. Now 2-2. That misses inside. And now we're full at 3-2. And that's a walk. Oh, called strike 3. It catches an inside corner. Oh, boy. Dunaway thought it was going to be a walk and was hustling to first. And the string got pulled for out number 2. That is the first strikeout of the game for Grace Townsend, the pitcher for Holdrege. So that will bring up Cassidy Skillett. Cassidy with a fly ball to the right side, and it's off the glove of Nelson at right field. Scoring from second is Itzy, and in there for the error and reaching second is Skillett. So we have 11 for 12. Crete with the substitution. 11, Kate Schroeder. Is now in for Leah Juergens. So Kate comes in. First pitch, foul ball to the right side. One and one the count with 2 outs. Changeup goes as strike 2. Ball 2 up and away. 4-0 the count. And inside for ball 3. So the count now is full to Kate Schroeder. Called strike 3. Paints that inside corner again. So Townsend picks up her first 2 strikeouts of the game here in the top of the 5th, but we go to the bottom of the 5th, and Crete is leading now 4-0 over the Holdrege Dusters. This is the 3rd place game of the Central Conference softball tournament.
It's thanks to you that we're where we are today. We're proud to watch these communities grow because they're our communities too. Our neighbors, our friends. It's where we live. These are all our hometowns. And no matter what, the people who will continue to serve your needs with the hometown support you know and trust are just down the street. Cornerstone Bank. Growing together.
Bottom of the 5th inning, Crete 4, Holdrege nothing. The only time Crete hasn't scored 1 run is in the 2nd inning, but they've got 1 run in each of the other 4, so 4-0 Crete. Within earshot if you're Holdrege, obviously, but it kind of feels the way Camry Moore is pitching, and she's got 7 strikeouts, including the last 3 outs, or all 3 outs, I should say, of the 4th inning against Holdrege were strikeouts right there through the middle of the order. It feels like an uphill battle right now if you're a Holdrege Duster. They will lead things off in the bottom of the 5th with Kellen Sturgis, the senior center fielder. A bright spot. Kellen does have 1 single in her 1 plate appearance so far in this game. Inside for ball 1. York and Seward in the championship game going on right now. 3-2, Seward leading York. They're somewhere in the 5th inning in that game. Squared a bunt, but it's a foul ball for Sturgis, so 1-1 the counts. Only 2 hits in the game so far for Holdrege. And like we said, 7 strikeouts thrown by Camry Moore of Crete. One and 2 the count. Don't forget, for us with Strive Sports, we're not done for the day. We head to Osceola after this for Osceola Fullerton football. Kickoff 7 o'clock coming up tonight. The York Dukes will be on their channel as well this evening. Crete was on their channel last night, a home game against Aurora that the Huskies won. And be looking for some postseason softball. We got some good news from the NSAA that we confirmed. So some postseason softball on the Strive Network coming at you soon. That pitch fouled way back and out towards us. 1 and 2 still the count. Leading off here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Kellen Sturgis at the plate for Holdrege and Camry Moore in the circle for the Crete Cardinals. Pop over to the left side and fielded at third by Nichols for out number 1. Swing and a miss for strike 1. As Grace Townsend went chasing on that one, Grace flew out to the second baseman back in the 2nd inning, her only plate appearance before this one here. And that one's fouled out of play, so it's a quick 0-2 count. Pitcher on pitcher. One hopper over to the right side, field and throw, no problem there. Skillet to Dunaway, the out is made. Now 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. That'll bring up J.C. Johns. J.C. with one of the other hits of the game for Holdrege. She had a single back in the 3rd inning, did J.C. But she was left on second base when the next 3 were put out. Shadows beginning to lengthen here in York. A few clouds off to the north, but boy, it has been otherwise gorgeous here today. Oh, and 2 the count. Crete leading 4-0 in the bottom of the 5th. Scheduled for 7 innings or 90 minutes. Doesn't look like we should have too much trouble completing 7 innings in less than that 90-minute time frame. That actually happened to Crete in the previous game. We only completed 6 innings because it took a long time. We had a lot of base runners but didn't have a lot of runs. It was a 3-1 game. There's another strikeout for Camry Moore. That is 8 strikeouts in the contest for Camry. And so we will go to the top of the 6th inning. Crete 4, Holdrege 0. Here on Strive TV.
Nova Fitness Equipment of Omaha has provided the very best weight room, track and field, and sports surfacing products for over 30 years in Nebraska. They provide Cybex, Matrix Fitness, Vertimax, Tough Stuff, Pro Elite, Stairmaster, York Barbell, Troy Barbell, and UCS track and performance products. From rubber flooring, strength equipment, cardio products, and sports performance accessories, Nova Fitness Equipment has what you need to make your athletic program successful. Contact Nova Fitness Equipment today at their home office in Omaha or online at novafitnessequipment.com.
Top of the 6th inning, Crete leading 4-0 over the Holdrege Dusters. Leading things off for the Cardinals, Lexi Mock pulls back, hits one foul down the left side. 1-1 the count. Lexi with a ground out back in the 2nd inning, but a single and later scored a run in the 4th inning. Thanks for joining us today on Striv TV, wherever you might be watching from, as that one is lofted high in the air, right to center field, though. Sturgis there to make the catch. So that'll bring up Bridget Nichols, the third baseman. Nobody on and one out. It's amazing the angle you see up here, isn't it? Line shot right to the second baseman. Johns Fields throws, no problem there. JC handles that one just fine for out number 2. And so, Jada Wayand, 9th in the batting order, up next. Jada with a ground out in the first, or in her first at bat back in the 2nd inning, then had an RBI single in the 4th. Left side, but right to Hastings, her throw in time, and that was a real quick top half of the 6th inning. Go to the bottom of the 6th. Crete 4, Holdrege 0 on Striv TV.
Trucking industry gives you a lot of opportunity for careers because there's such a wide, vast list of possibilities and areas that you can go into. As technicians, these trucks are as advanced as cars are today, so we need technicians that can work on them and understand how to work the computer system and get them up and running so the customer can make money. These trucks are workhorses, but they're built for comfort and they're easy to drive. Freightliner builds these trucks for drivers' wants and customers' needs.
So 4-0 Crete as we are heading now to the bottom half of the 6th inning. The Dusters running out of opportunities. They will start with the 9th batter in order, Cassidy Connell, then go back to the top with Cora Hastings and Sidney Nelson due up. Camry Moore has been outstanding in the circle for Crete. 8 strikeouts in the ball game and has given up just 2 hits the entire game. The hits, a single by Kellen Sturgis in the 2nd and a single by J.C. Johns in the 3rd, and that is it. And in fact, those are the only 2 base runners for the entire game as well. That one fouled back out of play, so an 0-2 count against Cassidy Connell. And that was quick work, 3 pitches, and already a strikeout. Make it number 9 for Moore. So back to the top of the order for Cora Hastings, who is 0 for 2. A couple of ground outs to shortstop and back to the pitcher, Camry Moore, in her 2 plate appearances. Ground ball right to the first baseman, though, and Dunaway fields and steps on the base. So Sidney Nelson is up next. Boy, this last inning has kind of flown by, which means we're due for somebody to have a big old inning, I suppose, now that I have said that. But that's okay. What else are we going to do? Camry Moore back in the circle. Sidney Nelson at the plate. Fly ball right side, giving chase. That's going to fall for a base hit. Only the third hit of the game for Holdrege. And it's a single for Nelson. I'll bring up Justine Johnson to the plate. Justine with a ground out in the first inning and a strikeout in the fourth. By the way, York and Seward tied up at 3 somewhere in the 5th inning. As soon as this game's over, I'm going to go watch that one. That's what's going to happen here. I hope it's still going over there. The 0-1, swing and a miss. Strike 2 on Johnson. Fouled back, still 0-2. And that one missed low for a 1-2 count. Some cheering across the way. Now it's 4-3. Seward just took the lead on York. Well, that championship game's a good one over there. Foul tip, that's going to be strike 3, and that's the bottom of the 6th inning, just like that. So, a couple of strikeouts again in that inning. 2 of them in the inning. Make it an even 10 for the game for Camry Moore. Top of the 7th is coming up on the Crete Striv channel.
Participating in Nebraska high school activities has taught me about teamwork.
I've learned how to lead among my peers.
At my high school, I have set goals and I work hard to accomplish them.
I like to run on my cross country team. It makes me feel good about myself.
The Nebraska School Activities Association providing opportunities in 25 activities in our 303 high schools. NSAA activities, the other half of education.
So we are ready for the top of the 7th. Camry Moore leading things off, and she does take ball 1. Camry 1 for 3 so far in this game. Rips it left side right at the third baseman. That's going to be an error, but it's going to be a runner aboard. Camry Moore is aboard, and we're going to have some courtesy runners now for Crete. Looks like Ashlyn Adam. Yep, 14 is Ashlyn Adam. She heads over to first base to run for Camry Moore. I will bring up Izzy Etsy, the center fielder. Izzy has reached base all 3 times she's been up to the plate, hit by pitch, and 2 singles. Top of the 7th, and we're 4-0. Crete on top, inside for ball 2. Now 3-0 the count. Four-pitch walk for Etsy. So again, Izzy got on base every time in this game. Hit by pitch, 2 singles, and a walk. That'll bring up Morgan Molly to the plate for the Cardinals with runners at first and second and nobody out. Pitch from Townsend, lined left field. Here comes 1, here comes 2. Throw is cut off, and it's a 2-run double for Morgan Molly. The biggest rally we haven't had an inning. Folks, this is the second game I've broadcasted today. Haven't had an inning with 2 runs scored in it in almost 2 complete games. That's kind of weird, actually. And still nobody out. Cardonia, by the way, is out there for running for Molly on second base currently. Seward up on York 6-3 in the Central 10 championship game. You can see it on the York channel. You're watching the Crete channel right now. 1-1 the count. Now 1-2 to Emily Dunaway. Emily with an RBI single in the first inning, a sacrifice fly RBI in the third inning, and a strikeout back in the fifth. Heading over to third base goes Cardona, the courtesy runner for Morgan Molly after Molly hit that 2-run double. Little ground ball fielded by Hastings. She looks at third, throws to first, and safe. Yep, off the bag. Made the first baseman, Dolan, jump just a little bit. And so the fielder's choice goes the way of the Cardinals. Runners at the corners and still nobody out for Crete, leading 6-0. Now I think we could say Crete's dominating. I think, you know, we had that. Tweet a while ago. Someone was watching Crete dominate, and I said, well, maybe it's a little early. It was 1-0 at the time, and I think we could say that now. Fly ball, left field. Gonzo, home run for Cassidy Skillett. It's a 3-run home run. And this one has turned into a rout. Crete up 9-0. They have put up 5 here in the top of the 7th. And still nobody out. Of course, the home team is Holdrege, so we can't even run rule because we're in the 7th now. Right back up the middle. Field throw. That one's good for out number 1. So at the plate now is Lexi Mock. One out and nobody on now. And 1-1 the count. The 1-1 hardly hit to left field for another base hit. And Cardona going to bat now. Bridget Nichols had been due up, so it looks like we have a substitution. Nope, we have a switch of a switch. This is Andy Miller that is going to do this. Andy Miller, number 18. So Bridget Nichols comes out. So Lexi Mock is over there on first. And Andy Miller is batting now, the freshman, for Crete. Grace Townsend still in the circle for Holdrege. And that's a strikeout. That is 3 total strikeouts for Townsend. And scheduled to be Jada Wayand, but I have a feeling it's going to be, we've got 14. Yeah, I think we're a little out of order here. Okay, now we've got somebody else. And is that 23? Is that McKenna Zimmerman? Sure looks like it. So McKenna Zimmerman now into the game, batting for Jada Wayand. And I tell you, that championship game's going really good over there. It's a heck of a game, as that is strike one here. We've got a tie game in the championship at 6 apiece. Foul ball for strike 2. Townsend in the circle. And McKenna Zimmerman at the plate for the Crete Cardinals. Fouled back and still 0-2 with 2 outs. Liner up the middle, fielded, and a tag out made. And that is going to be the inning. However, the damage done. 5 more runs on the board for the Crete Cardinals, and the top of the 7th, so that means we go to the bottom of the 7th, and the Cards leading by 9.
Nova Fitness Equipment of Omaha has provided the very best weight room, track and field, and sports surfacing products for over 30 years in Nebraska. They provide Cybex, Matrix Fitness, Vertimax, Tough Stuff, Pro Elite, Stairmaster, York Barbell, Troy Barbell, and UCS track and performance products. From rubber flooring, strength equipment, cardio products, and sports performance accessories, Nova Fitness Equipment has what you need to make your athletic program successful. Contact Nova Fitness Equipment today at their home office in Omaha or online at novafitnessequipment.com.
So 9-0, bottom of the 7th inning, the last chance for Holdrege to get anything going. Camry Moore is going to be back in the circle for Crete, and she's been fantastic. 9 strikeouts, actually 10 strikeouts, and surrendered just 3 hits so far today. It has been, it's interesting. I haven't noticed that, the speed has been outstanding for Camry. Or that her off speed has been, way lower or anything like that. She's just been putting the ball in really good spots, and Holdrege has not been able to put the bat on the ball. I know that sounds really, really simple, but it's kind of what it is. And maybe we're far enough away that I wouldn't be blown away by speed anyway. But I've seen her for 2 straight games. I think she's pitched all 3, so it's not like she's got the freshest right arm out there. And yet she has hit her spots very, very well. So it's been tough sledding for Holdrege this entire game. Ball 1 to our leadoff batter here was scheduled to be Jessica Dolan, but I think we're going to have some subs going the other way too. Melina Lindstrom fouls that one now. So Melina wearing number 20, another senior, because apparently it's only seniors at Holdrege. Even the subs off the bench are seniors. The only sophomore, the only underclassman anywhere in the lineup, in the starting lineup, is Cora Hastings, and she's a sophomore. The 1-1 count to Lindstrom. Fouled back out of play. 1-2 the count. The 1-2. Ground ball, foul. Still 1-2. The 1-2 again. Fly ball, center field, but out there and making the catch is Itzy for out number 1. So, now who we've got? This is number 7. This is Morgan Hine. Do I just need to go over and watch the championship game? You guys are killing me over here. The 1-0 pitch to Hine, fouled out of play, 1-1. Lauren Riley is a gamer. Was it Laura Riling or Lauren Riley? It's Lauren Riley. It's Lauren Riley. We're in York. It's Lauren Riley. Not to be confused with the pitcher from Malcolm, Laura Riling. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Throw it down to first, and that's out number 2. That is strikeout number 11. And scheduled to have Kellen Sturgis at the plate. No, instead, how about Tate Orcutt? Number 17. Tate is a junior. So down to the last out. And an 0-1 count to Orcutt. So York has forged ahead with 5 runs in the top of the 6th in the championship game to take an 8-6 lead over Seward. If you're not watching that one, I mean, this one's we got one out here, and then I'd be flipping it to the York channel if I'm just sitting here watching things. Sarah, you got to pack everything up by yourself and make sure you put it in the right spot because I got to find it at the football game. The 0-2 pitch, ball. You know, the thing about the Crete lineup, a little bit from everybody. And, of course, the big thing, the big run there was, well, that is called strike 3, and that, folks, is your ball game. So 9-0, Crete takes 3rd place. Over the Holdrege Dusters in the Central Conference Tournament. As we go to that final image there, we mentioned the 5 runs that started things up there in the top of the 7th, and that was, it was felt in control at that point for Crete because of the way that Camry Moore was pitching. But, you know, you look through that top of that lineup. Moore goes 1 for 4, scored a run. Izzy Itzy was on base all 4 times and scored 4 runs herself. Went 2 for 4 batting officially. Morgan Molly was 1 for 4, but that one hit was a 2-run double in the 7th inning. You got a run scored for Dunaway. You got a 3-run home run from Cassidy Skillett. That was, at that point, it was like, okay, we've seen the damage now. Lexi Mock had a run scored, and I think that is all of the runs scored in the ballgame. So great job by Crete as they take 3rd place at the Central Conference Softball Tournament, 9-0 over the Holdrege Dusters. Flip it over to the York channel, folks. York has come back, and they have the lead on Seward as they are in the bottom of the 6th, 8-6. Is a score over there between York and Seward. My name is Eric Olga. Thanks for joining us on Striv TV. We'll see you in Osceola tonight for the Striv TV Game of the Week for football as Osceola plays host to the number 10 team in Class D2, the Fullerton Warriors. Thanks, and good night, everyone.